Welcome to Girlies vs. TBR. I'm Mari.
I'm Alyssa.
And
today,
Alondra's here! We have a special guest.
Yay!
We have an interesting video today.
Real interesting.
Blind reactions.
Yes. To the sentient object romance smut books, basically.
Yeah. Alondra has read a lot, quite a few. So I feel like she's the perfect person to help us film this video.
And you did more research for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She read more of the ones when you were like, hey, do you want to help us in this video? And she's like, okay, I'm going to read them.
I'm going to read all of them.
How many did you read prior to this video?
Including the ones that I have here, maybe like 5.
Yeah, that's 5 more than I read.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, there is a lot, actually. Doing the research, looking for all the books, there's a lot.
Yeah.
The popular ones that are on TikTok or something, those are the ones I read.
Popular ones?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember her reading the corn, whatever, the Corn Man one. And I remember you reading Unhinged or whatever it's called, the door one.
The door one,
yeah.
So yeah,
because we were like, what the fuck is this? And Alondra was like, I'll read it. If you're ever like, what even is this? Like, what is this monster romance or whatever? She's always down to read it.
Yeah.
She's the one.
Yeah.
I read the freaky stuff.
So we were like, okay, we want to do this video. And I was like, hey, we have to ask Alondra.
First guest of the fucking channel.
I'm honored.
You've heard us name drop her.
A lot.
And then you also came with us to the Iowa Sage event. So there was a little bit of that too.
Yeah. We're gonna get this video started.
Okay.
Hey girlies, it's Editing Mari here. Just wanted to give a little PSA before the video starts. There are a lot of blocked out words. We are blind reacting to sentient object romance, and it is mostly smut. So you can get an idea as to what words are blocked out. Now that that is out of the way, please enjoy our funny reactions to a lot of out there sentient object romance. Let the video begin.
So basically, Alondra went through and picked the ones that she wanted to do. And then we're going to have you do like a little synopsis, you know, overview of the book. And then she also picked out like quotes and stuff. And then I'm going to like read the quotes so that Mari gets blind reaction. And vice versa. But we are going to give like a little bit of a synopsis. So there's probably going to be spoilers if these were on your TBR. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The spoiler warning here. But yeah, what's our first book?
Our first book is A Click Away.
Aurelia Burns. Yeah.
It is a computer mouse romance.
Computer mouse romance.
Yeah. And it is sapphic.
That's a point, right?
Pride Month!
Happy Pride! Oh my god.
It did make me wonder, how do you make a computer mouse sapphic?
Yeah.
But it explains.
Okay.
Basically, the main girl is Sylvia. She's like a gamer girl. She has like, she plays basically like LOL.
Oh, okay.
Her gaming league is very passionate. Her mouse broken. She needs a new mouse. Buys a new mouse from the website of this online thing. There's no reviews.
Oh.
But it looks just like hers.
Okay.
So she's like, all right.
Oh, so she's like, okay, it's the same mouse, so I'm just gonna get it.
Yeah, it was cheap. She buys it. It arrives. She starts playing with it.
Okay.
Like, she's using it for
trying
her...
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, get the feel for it.
She uses it a lot because she's gaming.
Yeah.
That is stimulation for the mouse. The mouse now appears as a naked woman.
Oh my god.
And she's like, what the?
She just all of a sudden, like, does she see the mouse turn into the woman, or she just comes in and
she takes her break, her gaming league, they're all done with their, like, I don't know the gaming terms.
Yeah.
She goes to get a snack. She arrives, there's just a naked woman.
Okay, and she's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Is a woman like, I was in the mouse?
She was like, I'm the mouse.
Literally turning into like
a human.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what a lot of these are. There's only 2 that aren't like that.
And is this like a shape-shifting type of thing, or is she like cursed to be a mouse, or like
basically she says her creator. It sounds a little weird, but I feel like she's almost like AI made into a human almost.
Okay.
Because it's not anything cursed or anything. It was like an actual magic. She doesn't know what to do with her, so she's
the naked woman in her house.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know what to do now.
Because she's like, I need a mouse.
Yeah. She's like, turn back right now.
I need a mouse. I bought this mouse for my gaming link, and now I need a mouse. So what am I supposed to do with this?
The naked woman, was she like, yeah, so anyway, you've been playing with my this whole entire time.
Well, yeah, basically.
She bought a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she needs to change her back because she needs her mouse.
Yeah.
And they get into how to change her back.
She's like, this is inconvenient. She wants to go back into a mouse?
No, but Sylvia needs a mouse.
She doesn't want to buy another one?
She doesn't care about the woman?
Well, at this point, no, because she's like, there's some weird-ass woman in my room.
I see, not yet. Okay.
She could just buy another mouse.
Yeah.
And keep her. Wow, okay. All right. So, you want to read some...
Oh, my God.
This is... Okay.
Okay. There's Nova is the mouse, right? Or no,
Nova is the mouse.
The mouse.
That's yeah, because the original name of the mouse was like Paranova something, a bunch of numbers, and so she just called her Nova.
Okay.
Stop reading ahead.
I have to know which one.
Pick one.
Like I should read. Okay, this one is funny though. So it's Nova's point of view, I guess, but Sylvia is talking, and Sylvia says, "I don't even know who you are, so I'm sorry." Sylvia had no idea what to do in this situation, none at all. What were you supposed to do when there was a naked woman on your bed asking for your help? I have some clothes if you want to... The woman had risen from the bed and placed a finger over Sylvia's mouth, shushing her. You have been driving me mad ever since you plugged me in, but especially when you started clicking and scrolling so rapidly.
Yeah.
This one's very, should I
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, again, Nova's point of view. But it says, she watched as Sylvia looked at her, trying to figure out what she meant by that, how it worked. So the woman decided to demonstrate for Sylvia's sake, spreading her legs a bit and pushing her hips forward. Her pale hand dipped down to her mound, placing her index finger upon her left and her middle finger on the right. So too bad.
It's like demonstration.
The way her palm crawled over her mouth and became clear, she mimicked clicking herself and said, left button, right button, and scroll wheel. Sylvia said breathlessly when the woman's middle finger dipped over her. The woman, can I read this on camera?
Yes!
The woman made an approving sound and nodded at Sylvia once more before pulling her hand away. You've been playing with me, you see? I had no choice but to become this.
She doesn't have a choice.
Okay, and then Sylvia says, how do you change back? I need a mouse. Sylvia's brows were furrowed, as if she regretted the question or felt she'd regret the answer. But the woman was truthful, honest to a fault. She ran her own hands along her thighs, hoping to entice Sylvia into action. You need to finish what you started and bring me satisfaction. Sylvia's like, I need a mouse, and this woman's like, nah, we gotta do it.
To turn her back.
Is that how she turns back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
I see.
So this is like one of my notes. I was like, wiki.
Wiki!
Because then Sylvia's like, oh, I'll do it, whatever. I just gotta pretend I'm scrolling on wiki.
Sylvia's helpless.
She's a gamer girl.
Oh my
she's
God.
never experienced anything.
She talks about like in the beginning when she was gonna find a mouse because she went to the store and there's this guy that her mom's trying to set her up with, but she is gay. So like she's like no. But I think that her parents don't know or anything like that. It doesn't go into that.
Seem like she
I think
she had she wants to do anything.
No. I think she had previous experience but nothing crazy.
This one says Sylvia had found it was easy not to let this get to her when she kept in mind that Nova was a computer mouse. She could continue scrolling away at Nova's wheel until her hand got too tired at this pace. But she didn't think that it was going to be necessary when Nova gasped and grew still before her body trembled and melted into the bed. There was a bright flash of light that made Sylvia raise her arm and shield her eyes from it. She didn't even care that she was smearing Nova's on her cheek. Oh shit, I made the mouse go nuclear, and this is how I die, Sylvia squeaked.
So flash a light, and then she turns back into a mouse after her. This is the most tame one.
Oh my god. Okay, what did we get into?
Yeah, she's actually kind of happy with Nova, and she kind of wants to spend more time with her, so she, like, starts to, like, play with the mouse intentionally, and so she can spend time with her.
Okay, I see.
And then she gets a notification on her phone.
It says, order delivered, incorrect address, please return.
Yeah, so she has to return Nova now, and she's like, no, my girlfriend.
Right.
And she does, because she's like, you know...
She returned her?
Yeah, she returns her to her creator.
That's sad.
Because she was like, you know, I had to, like, the creator sends her back as a human so that she could be with Sylvia.
Okay, so she does get her back. So looking up, she saw her mother was looking at the both of them, and she wore such a warm smile on her lips and nodded at Sylvia to let her know that she was happy for her. Sylvia felt her chest grow tight at feeling accepted by her mother. This was love, this was happiness, and it had been a click away.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
That was kind of cute.
That's why I said this was the most wholesome one.
Yeah.
It wasn't, like, it was very short.
That's cute.
That is cute. How many stars? How many chili peppers?
Okay. Chili pepper wise, this is like a 2.
Right. Yeah.
Stars. It was very wholesome. So, you know, I gave it a 4.5.
Okay. 4.5 out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a
ones.
whole journey. Again, that was a click away by Aurelia Burns.
Our next one is Squeak. Now, this one is popular on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a balloon animal romance.
This is why I'm not on TikTok.
Sure, that's the reason. Now, this one, never realized it is Omegaverse. Yeah, it says it. It says it.
But, like, when you've seen videos on TikTok,
yeah,
I didn't
never
realize
the first time. This was my second time reading this.
Okay. So you like that one?
No.
You liked it because it's your second time.
Well, I read it a long time ago, and then I read for the research.
You need a refresher.
Yeah. So
Squeak by
Vera Valentine. Vera Valentine does a lot of these sentient.
Like sentient ones. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a cute name.
There's 2 balloon animals. One's red, one's purple. But the Kian is the purple one. He's red. Sebastian. They're escaping this wicked, like, witch.
Okay.
Basically, but it is modern. They both worked at a circus, and they were made by her to please her.
Okay.
But then they found solace and connection with themselves.
Okay.
And so then they escaped her.
As balloon animals.
Yes.
Okay.
But they become human.
Okay.
Because to please her.
Yeah. Okay, I see. So she has them, like, trapped as balloon animals when she's not using them.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Their lower halves are, like, see-through balloon. They're like see-through balloon people.
Like, wait. Okay.
Wait, just their bottom half, or like?
Yeah, like literally just their bottom half.
Like when they're ballooning, like when they're human.
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah.
So wait, they're like half human,
Half
and then the other half
animal.
just balloon.
Yeah.
Like a centaur.
Yeah.
But okay, got it.
Because they can control their like.
Oh, okay.
With inflation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
And basically, they need another head witch be a pack in a way.
That's where the Omegaverse
goes into.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Is it like an alpha and beta thing, or
no? Well, a little bit, because they talk a little bit about like alpha stuff, but it doesn't. There's no like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like super intense.
Because they both work at the zoo. They meet this girl who's drawing at the zoo, and they're like, "Oh, we need someone to write runes and all that stuff."
Wait. So when they're working at the zoo, they're
they don't have to pay rent or anything. They live at the zoo.
Okay, but they have balloon bottom halves.
Yeah, but they're wearing uniforms.
Pants. Oh, okay, so it covers it. So no one knows.
No one knows.
Okay, got it.
I mean, yeah, you're not looking at people's legs at the zoo.
I mean, if they were like... when they were walking...
That's
like,
true. Oh, yeah, there actually is a part... Sebastian holds balloons. So I guess it hides the fact that he's squeaking.
Okay.
He's the balloon guy.
He has to hold his own people.
Well, they're not balloon animals. They're not real.
Okay. Got it.
He gets an interest into...
Poppy?
Yes.
How
Well,
would you
blood
forget
rash.
Poppy?
I love Poppy.
She's an art student, so she's like, okay, yeah, I'll, like... She thinks it's commission.
I'll just draw this thing for you.
Yeah. They also meet Sebastian's boyfriend, Keenan, hates her. Because you could tell she's like, okay, Sebastian.
Yeah, okay.
2 balloon animals.
So he's like, that's my man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see.
But they need help.
So she likes Sebastian. Sebastian doesn't really like her. And then
he's flirting a little bit. But...
Oh, okay. And then Kian is just Kian.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just like a grumpy guy, but then he like kind of starts to like her because there is a scene that like randomly he like shows up at her school and he's like the model for the art because
does he have to expose his lower half?
Yeah. But I think there's like magic involved and all that. So he's like,
can she see it or no?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't see it till later.
Oh, okay. When
they're like.
Do they have to like so get permission to like see that?
I think they kind of didn't go into it because it didn't make sense as like how because he does the model thing perfectly fine and then when they're having she sees it.
Okay.
Got it.
I think it has to do with the inflation thing. I think he inflated.
Damn inflation.
This damn inflation.
Damn.
God, this reading balloon animal.
This is the only inflation I want.
Read us some quotes.
Alright.
Oh yeah, there's nodding involved. Because of balloon knot.
Oh!
Stop.
You should have mentioned that earlier.
Oh my god.
I don't want to read this one.
You should read it.
I kind of want
There is a squeakle.
A squeakle is brilliant. That is brilliant.
I did read that one, but I didn't write notes on it because I was like, this, no.
Was the squeakle not as good as the first?
No.
Damn.
There was a clown involved.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm assuming this is from Poppy's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the pressure against my thigh as that inflation found its way down the pathetic path it knew so well. The bulge of Sebastian's knot wide and tempting beneath the thin striped cloth of his pants. We were creations of air that didn't, strictly speaking, need to breathe. A particularly handy trait. Anyways, that one kind of ended abruptly. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Read that! Yes, read it! You made me read the other.
I made short work of his zipper and groaned as the heady scent of powdered sugar and latex sweetened the room. We were creatures of the carnival down to our cores, and Seb's was a balmy night on the midway, a handful of bright balloons and the funnel cake booth all colliding in the senses. My tongue swept up the tempting bud of his balloon tie knot, the playful little wrinkled ring that was quickly melting into his latex wrap. If I caught it before the shift completed, I got to take advantage of its hypersensitivity, and who could possibly turn that down?
Me. I could turn that down.
So that is when Sebastian and Kian are together.
Okay.
Oh!
Interesting.
See, that's my...
Balloon job is crazy.
That's your commentary.
That's my comment when I was reading.
Yeah.
I squeezed it lightly with my fingertips, forcing the bubble of air further up his then back down, just a few inches worth of stroking. Seb whined and babbled, begging me not to stop, knuckles white and tense where they gripped the freezer edge. Kian, please. Please. I'm so close. I palpitated his knot rapidly, pumping his with my other fist, twisting my grip fluidly as I moved up and down. The thwomp of air rapidly scurrying up his expanding its red latex-coated edges, sent his head ballooning into a sphere on my tongue. This is crazy. His smaller tie knot reappeared at the tip, and I flicked it rapidly with my tongue as he panted, giving it a gentle tug with my teeth. Is she not scared that it's gonna pop? Is that a thing?
No.
No popping scare?
No popping.
Like,
no.
Even if, like, there's, like, a needle or something? No?
There was none of that involved.
Okay. Seb tossed his head back with a gasp, his unknotting with a snap on my tongue before hot, thin jets of funnel cake icing flowed out to soothe the sting. writing is wild.
Kian and Poppy have...
Your comments are funny. It says, his lay like a branding iron on my inner thigh, strangely smooth, had he put on a...
So they're in a dark closet, so she can't see right now.
So she didn't
know, but she feels like latex.
So she thinks he put a on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Poppy, you're safe, but we really need to talk. He tilted his hips and nodded downwards, where his entire pelvic region, still locked into my own, had gone a deep royal purple. And translucent, I screamed. She found out! She found out! Mid. Yeah.
She found out before?
She found out!
Oh my god.
There is biting involved, so that's also a part of the Omega verse.
Yeah, it says the last one is, I looked at Poppy. She was probably scared out of her mind. Bites like that told me Kian had nodded her, which could only mean one thing. She was an actual tulpamancer, an Omega to our alpha natures, and more importantly, she was now mated, however, unintentionally to Kian. Though the drama. The drama!
That was the one that didn't like her.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
So, they all end up mated.
Yeah. It ends up with them all being mated and...
Together.
Yeah.
Forever.
And she kills the evil witch.
Dude.
How? Oh, God. Oh, God.
So, when they're having...
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of helium going inside of her, technically. Like... They all get into a mating frenzy, basically, right? She shows up at her apartment, and then she's, like, in, like, I don't know, like, you know, her mating frenzy or whatever. So she's like, get away from...
These two.
Yeah.
They're my mates.
She kisses her, blows her up with helium, and she floats away.
That is the most ridiculous.
It's like that scene from Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she becomes a balloon.
Yeah.
A human balloon.
And then they live happily ever after. And then in the sequel, they find another mate.
They so it gets a bigger one.
Yeah, it's a clown.
The more we know.
That's Squeak.
Read it to find out more.
Read the squeak wall. Tell me.
Squeak, I would say 3 stars.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spice level 3. Fully Charged by Nicole Parker. She's a divorced mom.
Okay.
She doesn't get to spend a lot of time with herself. Finally, there's a time where her kids are away, whatever. She's like, okay, bet. She has a relaxing day. She got wine. She's like, okay, let me bring out the...
Yeah, okay.
She started doing her thing. Her dies.
Oh, no.
We've all been there. And then she's like, you know what? I'm going to get other batteries from, like, my kid's toy.
Okay.
She gets that. Her... starts to vibrate a lot to the point where it's like scary.
Yeah.
So she like throws it away. Not like throws it away, but
like,
throws
it away from her.
Yeah, and it's like shaking and crazy. All of a sudden, the Energizer Bunny arrives.
You said was the Energizer Bunny?
Yeah, it was because of the battery.
Oh no.
His name was Watson.
Watson?
Not the Watson.
She must have had cheap batteries before. They were not the Energizer Bunny batteries.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are Walmart batteries.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Those are not the Energizer batteries.
And she has the night of her life.
Okay.
Oh,
with
wow.
the
Wait, with the Energizer Bunny?
Yes.
Watson.
His whole thing is like he has to make sure the customer is satisfied.
Oh!
Okay.
He's taking that seriously.
Service minded.
It ends with them like she like falls in love with Watson because she's like, oh, I'll never have that again. And
I mean, yeah, you probably won't.
The Energizer Bunny.
Let's look at some quotes here.
It kind of just straight on get into this one.
This is your favorite one.
Yeah.
The very first one, it says, I give a long, hard suck on her. Immediately, she grinds on my face and grabs one of my ears, giving it a rough tug. That takes my dick from a AAA straight to a D, forcing a groan from my mouth.
The quotes on this one.
Oh,
wild.
My god. And then she says, energize me, daddy.
That's good.
Oh my god. It says, I swear I see Alessandro Volta instead of God when the most electrifying sweeps through. Yeah.
That is the guy who made the first battery.
Oh.
Okay, so Nicole Parker did her research.
Yes. There's a lot of puns, which I love a pun.
I could appreciate that.
I do like puns, so that's funny. And then this one says, no little carrot, it hurts so good. But it's HERTZ. Like a hurt.
Hurts. Oh.
It hurts so good. What even is this? You know, sometime tickling your taco, surfing the slit, a little clickety bang bang.
Oh yeah, she was talking to her best friend for that part. I just thought it was a funny quote.
I can't believe it worked. God, oh, his name is Watson with 2 T's, like a Watt.
Yeah.
I was just thinking like Watson, like Sherlock is what my mind was. Is it Watson?
I don't really remember.
Okay, anyway, I think it is.
We're talking about batteries, though.
Okay, I didn't get it until I saw it. It's spelled that way. She said, I can't believe it worked. God, Watson, I've never felt this way about anyone. I can't stop thinking about you. I need you like a circuit needs a load.
Wow, beautiful. Wow, this is so good.
Just jolt.
Jiggle amps.
Amps me up to my own mind-blowing finish.
Yeah, that I don't.
Wait, let me.
My juice box squirting lady liquid.
Lady liquid?
That's too much. I'm gonna read both of these, I guess, because these are really funny. I open my eyes and appreciate my new equipment. My new drum weighs heavy on my shoulders. My mallets have a long shaft, just how I like them.
So he now lives with her and her kids.
Around the children!
And
How does she explain it to the kids?
I really don't know.
We need another sequel?
I don't know.
So a
He's just a
full-on
bunny.
bunny is living with them.
Yeah. And it's not in the shape, like the size of a bunny. Like this is like a
Like
grown...
the Energizer bunny, like in the commercials.
Yeah. That's he got a new pair of drums.
Wait, but if I was a child, I'd be like, am I like
Being
dreaming
pranked?
or like?
He calls her little carrot.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, little carrot, let's go boom, boom, boom up to our room and make some music of our own.
Who are we, Dr. Seuss? What are we doing here?
One thing I forget
that
to mention.
That one's really funny.
He could change his...
Oh.
It's like he could just choose.
Like a Rolodex.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He has like multiple different ones. And that's why she's like, I can't let him go.
Yeah, I guess. I can see it. Valid, girl. You valid.
Oh my god. That one actually sounds like really funny.
No.
That's why it was like my favorite. It was the most like
Yeah.
actual funny. Like
Yeah.
it was meant to be.
Like not taking itself seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, that one seems
That one
funny.
This
Yeah.
one was a 5. The puns,
Mm-hmm.
the smut, it was great.
Yeah. That one does seem really funny.
I had the most fun with this one.
Yeah.
Forked
Mm-hmm.
by Ruth.
Cardello.
This one's about a fork.
All right.
This is book 1 of the utensil romances.
Utensil romances.
So there's a whole series.
Yes.
Is it on different utensils?
Yes.
Okay. I see.
So there's a fork, a
Mhm.
spoon, a knife. Is there any other utensil?
A teaspoon?
I don't think there
A
is.
fork?
It's from
ladle.
Oh,
What are you? That's not a utensil.
a soup spoon.
Yeah.
It was
That's
just
different than a spoon.
I guess if you want to be fancy, yeah. Because it all starts with this really fancy 1940s like utensil
Mhm.
kit
Mm-hmm.
that she found on a estate sale. Her name is Mercedes. She has a favorite utensil
Okay.
from this set and is a fork. She's a very like close-knitted girl. She kind of wants to put herself out there, but she's nervous. And
Uh-huh.
she's from like a small town, so she moved to the big city to meet people and everything. All of a sudden, while she was eating one day, when she was talking to her cat, the fork started to vibrate. See a theme here with the vibration.
Yeah.
She
Uh-huh.
drops her fork.
As you do.
Yeah, because she's like, what the hell? Why is it
Yeah.
vibrating?
Uh-huh.
Falls to the ground. She goes to like go pick it up, and while she's on the ground, she sees shoes. It's a grown man. It's a man. His name is Hugh.
You fork.
Hugh the fork. You basically find out this one is a cursed one. So like,
Okay.
like he was cursed
All right.
To be in the fork.
to be in the fork. He
Okay.
was basically like Captain America. He was. You basically find out
Was it really like Captain America?
because with Captain America, he was like injected with stuff and in a special
Experimented
forces.
on.
Yes.
Yes.
That was Hugh. He was experimented on all that stuff.
To be a fork.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not to be a fork.
Okay.
But he was in a special forces. All of his other friends were also special forces. They faked their deaths and all that kind of stuff to be in these special forces.
Okay, so very secretive.
And all of a sudden, at this dinner, there was a big flash, and now he's in this woman's living room.
So all his friends are like
The utensils.
Oh, they're the sequels.
Okay, so then are they all part of the same set, or were they split?
They were all part of the same set.
So she has all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So kind of the story ends with her being like, okay, we need to like figure out how to get your friends back. She ends up finding a friend.
Yeah.
I'll give the spoon or whatever to her.
Oh.
So.
Without saying.
They said they're gonna be, like, they're gonna tell. But I don't know if they're gonna.
Interesting.
Okay.
I haven't read the others, but I did end my note with being like, maybe I'll read them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should. Wait.
Oh, that was a note from me.
Is this fucking play about us? I used to have a favorite fork I brought to college and everything, but then I lost it coming back home. I think I did not fuck a fork though. That was your.
That was my
her personal note.
That was great.
You had a favorite fork.
I had a favorite fork because I was reading this and she was like, oh, my favorite fork. I just loves how it feels. And I was like, me. And then, but I didn't fuck a fork.
Can he turn back into the fork, or once he's out of fork form, he's in human form?
So he has turned back into a fork a few times actually, but not on purpose.
Oh, okay, I see.
Are the forks prongs? Are they anything important or no?
No.
Okay. This one says, prior to owning this set, I didn't understand how different sterling silver would feel from stainless steel. It's heavier and warmer, somehow making the act of eating something as simple as plain chicken feel like an indulgence. I love the way it feels on my lips and how it slides over my tongue. That is very
descriptive.
Yeah.
And just keep in mind, the fork is him.
Yeah.
So she's eating with him.
Yeah. I'm going to have a normal life, I say defensively. Is that when...
Like, she's talking to her cat, and she's like, I'm gonna have a normal life, I swear. Like, I'm gonna be normal.
There's like a fork that turns into a man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then that was my quote.
Girl is talking to her cat at the dinner table about how she's never had and how she likes how her fork feels in her mouth, and just told her cat to not judge her. He licks his balls. Girl, you ain't normal. You're funny. This is your note too. It says, your fork starts to shake and you drop it out of fear. Then a random man appears in your house and all you can think is, his uniform is weird. Is he into cosplay? That was her first thought?
Oh my god. Not
just a
what
man
the
in
fuck
her
is
house?
This man doing in my house?
Yes, she was like,
That's
oh my god,
crazy.
he's hot. What's
What?
with the uniform?
What?
Oh my god.
His name is Hugh and he was a soldier in World War II.
Oh, he mad old.
The age gap, right?
This book has it all.
Oh,
So
this is her.
she
This is her.
thinks
Okay.
this is a dream.
Okay.
She's not believing it.
I must be asleep on the couch and this is all a dream. Thankfully, I live alone, so there's no one to judge me if I can wake up being one of the cushions.
Is the man just staying in her house?
Yeah, he's just staring at her like he's like, because she's like, no, this isn't real. Which that's one of the things that annoyed me quite a lot during this book. She kept being like, this isn't real.
This is a dream.
Yeah, it's
Girl.
like they went shopping together. Everyone else could see him, and she's like, this isn't real.
Oh,
That's obnoxious.
All
Yeah.
right.
This is the one that annoyed you a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you part of a government secret super soldier program? I was. And you joined it because it was the only way you could serve in World War II? Exactly. I laugh a little hysterically. So your origin story is the same as Captain America? God, I'm unoriginal.
She thinks
Captain America.
she's like imagining it, so she's like, okay, Captain America.
Oh, so she thinks she's making up his whole backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
I'm strong, maybe too strong. All of us were afraid to have sex after our treatments because we didn't want to hurt anyone. We vowed to wait until we knew a woman could survive it.
Jesus.
I have questions. So, did they think that they were gonna like turn? Wow.
No.
They were just trying to be super soldiers?
Yeah, so basically they were super soldiers. I'm guessing they just thought because they were mad
After being
strong.
injected and all that stuff.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
Edward Cullen, he doesn't want to... He broke the bed. That
Right.
kind of vibes.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
they're going to hurt the women,
Okay.
basically.
All I have to do is slide my hand down between us and give him a little encouragement. He'd groan and lose control I'm not on birth control, but he has 80-year-old sperm, so.
Because she's like, can I get pregnant? And I'm like, well, what happened to Bella? You know.
She
I'm just like picturing cobwebs.
Cobwebs.
80-year-old sperm.
Yeah, but
It's
he
like
was a
sterile or
fork.
something.
It was a fork.
Like, forks can't be dusty, musty cobwebs.
It was like old food.
All right.
Oh my god.
No.
I turned the fork so the tines are enclosed in my palm and bring its handle to my, expecting the metal to be cold, but it's not. It's warm. Hard.
No.
So this is 2 months have passed since this. He turned back into a fork, and the fork was missing because the cat put it under the fridge.
The cat was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, the cat hated him.
Okay, well, she should trust the judgment of the cat, to be honest.
And
so she finally found it.
Yeah, you can read that one.
Yeah, read it.
If you'd come back that night, you would have tasted more than that. So would I. My heart begins to race as I remember the feel of his lips on mine. I was ready, so ready to be his. The things I would have done with you, to you. I give in to an impulse and lick the entire length of the fork. Is this like he turns into the fork?
And she's
So
talking to
like,
the fork.
talking to him like...
Yeah,
She misses
basically.
him.
Yeah,
And then
super sane.
And you said, it's forking time. I just fucked myself with the fork and didn't hate it. So she actually
So she doesn't insert it. She just
So glad.
uses it.
if you have to fuck me again to bring me back, do it. That's an easy promise to make, no matter what form I'm in.
Because he comes back every time there's something sexual happening.
A click away.
With that, it's after every she disappears.
Mhm.
This is it's randomly happening.
Okay.
Wait, so he can't control when he turns
Mhm.
back into a fork?
You sure you want to be with a fork?
No. Don't.
There's a vulnerability to him that melts my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's too late to ask myself that. I trace the side of his face. I'm already forked.
Already forked.
I'm already forked.
I don't know if I can keep doing this.
Okay, the fork puns are crazy. It says, I forking love you. I'm gonna start saying that.
I forking love you.
A thought comes to me and I voice it without thinking. Can we have children? Would that be safe?
No.
Would I be birthing cutlery? My question takes him by surprise and he looks genuinely concerned. Then he smiles. If so, I hope we have a spoon.
No. Absolutely not.
After that, he just laughs because it's a joke.
Oh my god. She's like, I'm
You
gonna be
enjoyed
pushing
that one.
Yeah,
spoons out.
I enjoy that one.
You should read the rest. Please read the rest.
Yeah.
I want to know from you.
Yeah,
What?
because they're from World War II. I was like, okay, Outlander vibes.
Right.
I love Outlander.
Yeah.
No, that's hilarious. So, how would you rate that?
You're sorry.
Okay, star rating 3.5. She annoyed me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Kept going, it's not real, blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
I was like, girl. The smut, it was normal.
As normal as it could be with
It
a fork.
was normal. I mean, when he's in
Okay.
human form,
Uh-huh.
doesn't happen really till the end.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a
Oh, it's
slow
like a
burn.
slow burn.
Yeah.
Wow.
A forking slow burn. So I give it also a 3.
Okay,
Okay. That's
not bad. The last book.
That's what...
Last and most craziest one I read.
Uh-huh.
Ravaged by the Gingerbread Man.
Uh-huh.
A parody Monster Bees erotica.
That's a lot of, that's a lot
That's
of words.
insane.
By Fannie Tucker.
Fannie. Can you even explain it?
Okay, this one, she's a baker. Her and her friend were late night baking. It's Christmas Eve. Doubled the batch of gingerbread
Uh-huh.
that she was supposed to. And they're like, oh no.
Right.
But she's like, the friend's like, I gotta go. My boyfriend's waiting for me.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
So
She leaves her with that?
Yeah. And they're like, okay. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna bake a giant gingerbread man.
Okay.
And she's like, to even have a little laugh, giggle, I'm gonna make a to give the gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Because she was gonna...
As you do.
Yeah. She was gonna display the gingerbread man in her window without the...
Right.
She was just gonna break that off.
Damn.
Because it was just gonna be a little joke for her and her friend.
Brutal.
When she takes the gingerbread out of the oven, it's like huge. It puffed up and all that. I think at one point there was like she wished like, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend.
Right.
And, like all that. And then she goes like away for a second, and all of a sudden the gingerbread's gone. And like this is like a 6-foot.
How is her oven that big?
It's like an industrial.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
okay.
You ever seen the like in Cake Boss or something?
No.
They're that big though?
They're huge. I mean, if you have like industrial size like ovens, they're like really big. Will it hold us like a 6-foot gingerbread man? I don't think so. You're probably gonna have to do parts.
He was probably like curled up.
Why is this reminding me of a movie? Is there a movie like that where they bake a boyfriend? There is a movie like that because it's in my head.
Are you talking about the Disney one?
Is it a Disney one?
There is one that they build a boyfriend. It's like a robot.
Not a robot. They literally take them out of the oven.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't.
It's in there. It's just not coming out.
Hey, well, if you find it, we'll put it on
look
the
it up.
screen.
Put it there. Yeah.
She hears some noise. Yeah, the gingerbread like is donut.
Off the bat, that's how we start.
What I thought you were gonna say. That's all I thought you were gonna say.
That's how it starts.
A donut?
Damn.
Just like any old donut?
It's like a donut from her like bake case.
Ew! So she finds in a donut.
So wait, the gingerbread is a man now,
Right,
or
but
a gingerbread, like a literal cookie.
like in Shrek.
He's not tiny, but yeah, like a big giant one.
But he like looks like a gingerbread man.
Yeah, because she did the frosting and everything on him.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, no, this one was like scary a little bit too. It was kind of like giving horror.
Interesting.
I feel like it's like a fever dream. She sees him doing that, and then what happens? Because I'm invested now.
So there's this quote he says. I'll leave that for you to
okay,
say.
Okay. Love that.
But you know how it ends. She fucks a gingerbread man.
Right.
Oh my god.
Okay. Damn.
Do you know? No, Mama. Do you know? There's no turning into a human.
No.
He's just stays a gingerbread man.
Yeah.
And what, they get married?
No, because she doesn't stay with him or anything. She just like wakes up the next morning.
Yeah.
There's icing all over her.
That's rude.
There's icing all over her, and then the recipe for icing. And because her friend's like, hey, so like, are you okay? And then the gingerbread man is displayed on the window.
So he's just in the window.
Yeah.
Just like, in the window. Okay.
And that's it?
And he stays there?
Yeah. That's it.
Forever? He just stays there? He don't move?
For the next season.
He doesn't move.
No.
What?
It's like if he was never alive. No gingerbread either.
Where'd it go?
She broke off his...
She ate it. I don't know.
We don't know. It seems like there's a lot of plot holes in this
Well,
one.
yeah. No, there definitely is. This was like, literally, I think this was only like 27 pages.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a very short one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was a fever dream then.
She woke up with a lot of icing around her.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright,
I don't
Alyssa,
know.
go ahead.
Okay.
Give me...
Okay, I mentioned like when you like make gingerbread, and I'm like, damn,
No, yeah.
you're gingerbread cookies.
Oh, yeah. You're never gonna look at your gingerbread cookies the same way ever again.
You're not gonna make them anymore.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a 6-foot gingerbread piece by piece.
I made gingerbread one time, and it was bad, and like I actually made a with gingerbread.
Don't do that! Oh my god. Okay, so this is when, like, she's opening the oven. And so she says, the oven finally dinged. She opened the door and gasped at what lay inside. Her gingerbread man had plumped up a bit as he cooked, and his arms and legs were as thick as a real man's. The penis she'd grafted onto his body had swollen as well. She grafted? Had swollen as well. The graphic confection stood enormous and erect, its almost touching the oven's ceiling. The ceiling. Wait, what happened here? Even without the monstrous jutting up between his legs, he was a masterpiece. Perhaps the dough hadn't been a waste after all. Her eyes lingered on his gingerbread member, and she felt a pang of longing. You need to be medicated. This is when he's having relations with the donut. It says he held a glazed donut in one blocky hand, and as she watched, he stuck it on the end of his big, doughy manhood. Doughy? Aren't gingerbread? Okay. Aren't they crunchy? His gingerbread hips up into the donut, but she made him too thick for the donut hole, and he split it in two as he tried to stick his in it. He just blindly sticking his things.
What got me was like the blocky. I was just like imagining Minecraft. Like
I'm confused because like if it's doughy,
he's not doughy.
well, if he's thick, there's probably uncooked in there.
Yeah.
So he'd be doughy. Wouldn't he break apart though?
apparently not. The quote.
Okay.
It says, grinning at her with his wide, icy mouth, he spoke in a high, cheery voice. Fuck, 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 as much as I can. I need to fuck things. I'm the gingerbread man. I can't. This is now ingrained into my brain, he said. I don't want to read that one again. This one says, suck, suck, suck as hard as you can. You're gonna blow me. I'm the gingerbread man. He can't talk.
No, he doesn't have like...
Oh, yeah.
He like sings.
Oh my god. This is really bad.
I literally said, bro, I can't with the singing.
Yeah. She reached back and pressed her palm against the back of his head. It was flat and featureless as the cookie sheet it had baked on. But he wasn't picked up as a child.
He starts to eat her out, and I'm like, he has a tongue?
Yeah, he has a tongue.
There's no way.
Oh, she cried. How did he have a tongue? So she doesn't even know how he has a tongue.
Yeah, if she didn't bake a tongue, then...
Yeah. The gingerbread man reached back to pick up the rolling pin she dropped on the counter. Grinning madly, he wagged it in front of her face.
That's kind of scary. Smut turned horror?
I know. This is like...
Yeah. Honestly, because there were moments where I was like, no, that's actually like
terrifying.
Yeah. I like don't even know where we are. The gingerbread man's tasted like cinnamon roll frosting. The richest, creamiest frosting she'd ever tasted. He wrote, I love Cinnabon. I've never tasted anything like that. She gestured toward the gingerbread man's crotch. Can I get the recipe?
No freaking way, bro.
Oh my... So I guess he ends up leaving the recipe card of his there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. She glanced down at the index card in her hand. It was rumpled at the corners, but her handwriting was clear, if a bit shaky. Gingerbread man frosting. Suck, suck, suck for 10 minutes on high heat. Fuck, fuck, fuck until thoroughly beat. Stroke, stroke, stroke until like recipe makes 1 cup of delicious frosting. What is this? This is the worst one. And then her friend like shows up. She has frosting all over her, and she goes, "Yeah, but how did you get all that frosting in your hair?" Kara's eyes went wide, and she reached up to touch the dried streak of a white glaze. Gingerbread man's has deposited just above her forehead. I can't even talk anymore. And you just say, girl, this book basically ends with her being like, well, this is the life of a baker.
Hot dough in your... I'm sorry.
Yeah. She took him right out of the oven. I pass.
What do you rate that?
So this one is the one that, like, I think I read at, like, 2 a.m. and, like, my eyes started to hurt.
Yeah.
And this is one that made me contemplate, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Just that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that made me...
That's the
question.
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, it's a parody, so it's to
I
be
know.
taken
It's, yeah,
fun,
like,
yeah.
you know, not serious.
So, star-wise, I would say, since it's, funny, it's so out there,
Yeah.
I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty
I'll go
high.
with 4. Smut-wise, I'm sorry, I'm giving you that a 1.
Oh, what?
The dough, the imagining of dough going
Yeah.
inside. No.
No.
I don't.
No, thank you.
I don't mess with it. I do have my limits.
That's the limit.
That's my.
That's
This is the limit.
Yeah.
She was like corn, fine.
Yeah.
Inflatable balloon, fine.
A fork.
A fork,
Fine.
A bee, fine.
A bee, fine. A doorknob, fine.
Gingerbread man.
Nope.
Yeah.
I draw the line.
Is
at food.
this like a sensory thing or?
I think so. Yeah, because the
Like the
sensory
dough,
of
like
dough
the
going
dough.
inside
Yeah.
your. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, so yeah, this was scary.
It sounds more
yeah.
like horror than anything.
Yeah, because like the singing and the just the rolling pin.
It made you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he puts a rolling pin inside her.
Oh, that's what the rolling pin scene was? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
While he moved the rolling pin handle inside her, she reached out and stroked his with her fingers. It's smooth and firm, yet still warm, as though he'd just been pulled out the oven.
No, I'm good. The splinters.
That's really out there. That story is
crazy.
out there. That's wild.
Fannie.
Yeah, Fannie.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
You had a good time?
I had a good time
Okay.
reading all of these. I mean, I like to read the weird shit for shits and giggles. I don't take life seriously like that. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for visiting us on the channel and reading all of this for the sake of the video.
no, bravo.
We do have more, so
Yeah.
if y'all wanted to see another one,
Yeah.
Cortos.
Let us know in the comments
Yeah,
if you
we'll
want to
do-
read more of these with us.
we'll do a part 2. Thank you for coming on and
you.
having fun
Yes.
with the sentient objects romance.
Making us read all of that.
That's
horrible shit.
Making both
Thank
of you
you.
uncomfortable.
Valentine
No,
Day.
it's fun. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
These were great.
Great.
All right.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Smash that like button. Subscribe.